Hi Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 280. If you're new to my channel, this is a channel about cross stitch, so I hope you like what you see. Please subscribe, comment, and do the YouTube things. If you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming back to see me this week. I have loads of cross stitching to share with you. I just feel like I'm busting at the seams with information and whatnot to share. So let's get into this video. Opie is here to say hi and just chill for a little bit. He's prepping for his new grooming routine. He gets groomed this week, so we do it every couple months. Anyway, that's not what you're here for, even though I get lots of love for Mr. Opie. So, all right, kicking off the start of this video with welcoming one of my friends who decided to jump into the floss tubing world, Katie. I'm going to put her, I'm putting a picture up here of what you would look for on the YouTube, but I also have her linked in my description box below. So welcome Katie to the Flosstube world. It is a scary thing to do, and I'm super proud of her for trying and dipping her toes into this. And then also I have a couple of friends that you hear me mention on here often that have things going on. Athena at Stitching Goddess Designs is doing some deals with her t-shirts, so be sure to check out her last video and swing over to her website. And then also Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives is having a sale on patterns that you don't want to miss if you're looking for some that are out there and give a little shop some support. So with that, we're going to move into also what else I have to remind you about. My happy mail for the month of February has already gone out, but please do not despair. If you would like to get added to that, there is a link in my description box below with a lot of other links to allow you to get onto that happy mail form. I just like to send out goodness. Every month I send about, I don't know, anywhere 8 to 12-ish cards. So head on over there. And if you think you didn't fill out something correctly, fill it out again, or I filter them out. So with that, we're going to get into something we love to receive so often on this channel, and that is my featured friends section. And this time Chrissy did a submission of her sister Heather. So Heather finished this leisure art piece and framed it, and I am so excited to share this right here. What a beautiful piece, what a time consuming. I have no information other than it's leisure arts, so I'm sure it was kitted information or materials, but I would be curious on how long that took you to do that, Heather. So thank you for allowing Chrissy to share your work with me, Heather. And again, as a reminder, if you would like to have your work shared here, please just send me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com, and I just add it into the queue. So with that, we're going to get into what I got going for stitching this week. I have a few finishes. I have a finish, a couple starts and finishes, a start, and my regular stitching. I had a wonderful stitching week and loads of other information to share with you if you stick around. So let's start off with, I don't know how long little ear guy is going to stay here, but he's hanging right now. So this next one is a finish, but it's like a modified finish that I knew that I was doing because my friend Chrissy had this idea. So this is the January mini villages from Little House Needleworks. I didn't know I was going to do it as the modified version until Chrissy pointed it out that basically it's a repeat. So, and I have seen other ones. I'm still going to stick with half. So this is going to be a scrap for an ornament, and then future pieces will be the correct sizes for this. So that's a learning for me. So that's a finish. This next one is a start and a finish. I started this series. I will be doing that all year long. The cat is wanting to make sure you know it's here too. So this is what the packaging looks like. I will be doing one of these every month, and it is a start and a finish since I saw you last. Oh, and that's a fuzz thing on there. There you go. Now it's a start and finish. And when I take this away, you're going to see the kitty cat came to say hi. Hi, Ollie. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Hey, hey. Hey. He doesn't want to look. He's a little snot. Oh, he'll look when he wants to look. If you've ever had a cat, you know. They do what they want to do. Hey, let's not eat the tree. But that's not even a real tree. Okay, my next thing to show you is another start and finish, and this is the hedgehog from a Quirky Quaker from Daleen and Whimsy. And I just picked out 2 colors that I wanted to do it with and went with it. Then he's gonna knock over. He's rubbing on this thing where my Tower of All is at. All right, so the next thing that I have that I'm going to share with you is a new start that is not a start and finish. I am starting this little series of Autumn Petites. Yeah, wrong season, but I just need to, I'm plugging along on these to get them done. So I already had done the springs last year. They take a little bit longer than I originally was giving them. So there's that. But I didn't even get the full border done, but it was a start. So I'm going to plug away that little at a time. Then my next thing I'm going to show you is my Queen of Freedom. I am stitching 100 stitches on this day with the plan of having this finished when it's time to retire. So this is what she looks like currently in whole. And basically, I think it's 542, this gray brown right here that I kind of dropped here and here to make that point. So that is definitely coming along. The cat, Wyatt needs to rub against my tripod. If you've had a cat, you know, but it like shakes me on you guys. My next one that I've been stitching on, and I'm doing a modified version of this, is the Sampler Seasons Winter by Blueberry Ridge. And it was a monochromatic piece, but with EJ's idea, I'm shaking it up. And I love it. So here is what I'm currently looking like. I am working on the border here. And I'm almost, I'll have this one finished, and then I'll start seeing motifs in the middle. The two motifs that you see, basically I still had thread on my needle, so I found one that was close enough to count on from the edge and started dipping on. So this has definitely come along. I feel like when I come at you next time, baby starts in there. We'll see. All right, this next one, you went on that journey with me too for the border and then starting to dip in, and it is looking amazing. And this is Winter Garden. I have not decided what to do because we are still in winter, but I am feeling all the love for February. So this was my focus piece for January. It is at a spot that if I just put it away next December, I would finish it. But in December, I may want to stitch Christmas stuff. So I'm on the fence about this, let's be honest. I may get a little bit of my Valentine stitching done and then pop into that. We'll see, because I am literally, it's like 1,800, so it's still significant, but he's so cute. I put in those two little guys, that bird, and these branches this week. I am super close. I can tell you, I feel like for the first week and a half, 2 weeks, that I'm going to probably do the love stitching. I just have a lot. Look, I'm feeling the pinks and I'm feeling the love. So this next one, I am trying to work on every single month. And since we switched months over the weekend, I was like, let me get it out and put my little stitching in it. So it's Ink Circles, Dog's Declaration. It is a monster of a piece. I'm stitching it on 40 count. So I have chosen to go out at this like you eat an elephant, and that's one bite at a time. So basically 300 stitches a month, just so I continue to touch it, get some of these other ones off my board. And if I do this little bits at a time every month, then maybe next year it'll be a focus or more stitches. I don't know. So since I've seen you last with this, I put this comma in, this little guy here in, and the edge of that little flower. And yep, I was jumping around because I was just like, where can I keep growing? Because that is definitely lots of motifs to jump in there and do. And as I was wrapping out January, I had all my goals done and whatnot. So I was like, what did I start that I can get a little more stitching on? So I pulled out my Mirabilia Miss New Year's Fairy and stitched on it just a little bit because I just had a little bit of time. Sometimes I just a little bit's all I need, but definitely. So it's the dark part of this wing. I didn't have much time and I knew she was right there with me. So she probably will definitely get some more love because she's really kind of close also. I don't know the count on her. I didn't look. I just put some stitches in. But I did mention to you that I'm feeling the February. So one of the ones that I know is super close, and it was intended for my focus for this month. So I was like, let me start strong and get this focus going. Opie is jumping down, so we're going to hear tip tap. This is Always Love You by Junkbox Stitchery. This was gifted to me by Kelly from Don't Run with Scissors. And this is where I'm at on it. So I am basically I think I had 1,200 stitches to do. So I'm going to try to knock this out maybe in the first week. And then I have a trip coming up, and I'm really only taking like 2 pieces. So I'm going to take one of the Valentine's ones there. So that's why the other one is what it is. Of like, I feel like I'm going to get it done because I know me. I don't want to wait, but I feel like I talked to you and talked myself into it. All right, I did change up temperature stitching to see how that went. It went much better for me doing it like the day after the temperature, so that it was easier to stay up on since I switched projects so much. So these are like, I can tell you like how many times I stitched it, but not necessarily for what days and whatnot, and you don't really care, so it's my temperature here. So Strength and Dignity by The Proper Stitcher, you are gonna find out real quick, change this up. I'm stitching this on 25 count Vintage Smoky Lugana, and this is it. This is me for right now. I wanted the blue house, and my flowers are also not going to be pink. So currently this is where I was at. I stitched on it 2 times, so 200 stitches because of temperature stitching. The next one is all of these. I feel like this is 200 stitches also. I feel like, and maybe some of it was catch up from last time. I don't know. I got myself confused right now. So I know after my vacation, I'll have this all rocking and going, but the vacation is going to throw me, and the switching from once a week to every day. So that's why this week numbers don't count correctly. So Collector's Heart by Heart and Hand, and 200 stitches on this. Let me complete the box. Basically, I added this hand, came up here and over here, so for 200 stitches. So that is plugging along. This one was also 200 stitches, and it was super easy, and this is what I intended. So this down here is all solid fill-in. So for temperature stitching, when I don't want to think about it, I can just go back and forth. I still have stuff at the top to do, but some of that is decision making, so that's why it's not done yet. This is looking super good. That was Seeking Refuge by the Scarlet House. It's not stacked up here. The next one for temperature stitching that I did, there was one that I didn't even touch this week. So is the Sunflower. This is stitched on a completely different color, and it gives a completely different look. Love, love, love it. And oh, I lost the needle. That's not good. Okay, I found the needle, but it came off of the thread. I left a dangling thread on this because I was running late and just was like, oh, I'm done. So sinking the needle real quick and showing you what I got. This is what I got on Sunflower Farm. So cute. So I added the table and those little honey buckets and a couple of some wings for these bees. So that's what it's looking like. I love this color. I am so thankful for that color. So that is my stitching for this week, and I feel like I went through really fast. I was supposed to do a new trick, and I forget. I need to put a big reminder next to where I record of count to 10 when I'm holding it to you. So I promise I really am trying to grow and get better about that and hold it up for a little bit longer. But clearly I failed this week. So hopefully you enjoyed seeing my stitching, and I promise to get better. Okay, so one of the things I did this week was go to my LNS and hang out and stitch with Chrissy, and my sister ended up popping in. I had an order placed through there that came in while I was there. So I received the new 3 charts for the house, the dollhouse stitching. So I got the living room, the kitchen, and the dining room. Those came in, and along with those, I got one of the sets had, the living room had embellishments. One of the other embellishments is still coming, and then a water lily. So that's ready. I have 6 of those. I don't know if she's doing more, and I want to wait because I think I want that one on all one solid piece. So I don't even know if you can find out from Nora if there's more than 6 coming from. I don't know how many more rooms you could have in a house, but we'll see. It's not a right now thing. It's a right soon thing. Last thing to share with you, I showed you this in my haul last video. And Chrissy reached out to me. She's like, hey, I went and ordered that when I saw it, love it. You want to do it together? And I said, yeah, but I'm changing the color. So what I'm talking to you about is 2025's Collector's Heart. I love this, but I don't want it to be Valentine-y. So I pulled the threads that I had, and I knew that I was going to do a conversion. So when I was at the store, I pulled the reds that it needed, and I converted the small, medium. There's like four shades of the yellow. So all that to tell you, I'm changing it to yellow. So these are my colors. I'm gonna pop a picture in here of their colors sitting next to my colors. But these, I think, are gonna look great together. I know this is not a great thing, but just to show you, that's what I'm doing. I just wanted to share that with you. And that is that kind of stitching. I also have, like, for plans, I already know my WIPCOs for the month of February. I am doing the Gingerbread Village House, and I'm doing the River from Modern Folk Embroidery, so those need to get done. I plan on getting a lot of stitching done this week because starting February the 9th through the 14th, I'm on vacation. So when I come back from that video, you're gonna have like 2 things to see maybe. But there'll be progress, hopefully. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say. I would assume I'll stitch every single morning, but I am looking forward to a vacation with my husband. I have not had that in a long time. So with that, I also, I know that I've had comments about my nails. I get nails from a small business called Perfectly Pressed On Nails. Perfectly Pressed Nails. And I took the ones off so that I can like have a different brand new set that fresh on before I go on my trip. So I know you're not here to talk about nails, but I love supporting small businesses. That's why you hear me talk about my friends on here that have their online or stitching equivalent businesses. The nails one that was shown to me by a lady named Fawn, who is Sanctum Stitching on here. She's the one that got me in that addiction. And then besides my LNS that I go to, which is a small business, something else came about this week. So we're moving on to personal life, but it is also a small business shout out and question for you. So please stick around if I got notes here because I don't want to forget. So if you've been with me for a while, I'm sure you've seen the shape of me change. I have been going to a weight loss doctor a couple of years now, just to like, sometimes it's just like a sound check of like, okay, here's my habit. Like I get my water in Monday through Friday with no problem. The weekends I stall. Well, water is such a pivotal part of weight loss that I'm like, okay, so how do we fix that on the weekends? Well, on the weekends I need a cup with a straw. Little things like that have worked with me through the years. So, but one of the things that I went in this time was with a weight gain, a 4-pound weight gain, which is like not the end of the world, but instantly you give yourself negative self-talk. And like, I just want to get better about that. Why do we do that to ourselves? I get one life. But the reason I focus on weight loss and exercise and brain work and all that kind of stuff is because I want to make the best of that one life, and I want to be here a long time for my grandkids and stuff. So it's all of the things to constantly be working forward and improving. My cat sees birds in the outside world. Why I am telling you this is one of the things that he talked to me about is like, I talked to him about brain fog as I have went through menopause. Is it a medication problem? Is it just age? Is it menopause? What is it? And the answer is we don't have answers. So one of the answers is to keep your brain moving and doing things. So one of the things he suggested was, like Sudoku, crossword puzzles, word search, anything like that operates your brain and not necessarily on your electronic device. So I bought this word search. This is so pretty and it's so me. So a book of word searches. I have a knack for being able to find things that are out of place. That's one of my things that I'm highly known for at work is they nickname me the finder. So I can find something that's out of place. I can find something that's broke down. I may not know how to fix it and I need their guidance, but I'll get in there and help fix it. But they tell me 90% of the job is really finding a jam or finding a breakdown. So yay me. But another thing that he said was reading. I'm like, well, I do audio. He's like, I hate to break this to you. You need to read a real book because it fires different neurons in your brain. So he didn't tell me to stop doing the audiobooks. He told me to add on a real book, a hard book, whatever you want to call it. So that led me down the path to a local bookstore. Here's a picture of the outside of it. How stinking cute. It's a locally owned little bookstore. I went in there. I got this book. I'm not going to turn into a book talk person because I don't have that bandwidth. I don't have that processing. I didn't do well like in poetry of like, what do you see from this? That was never my forte, but look at this. The edge was so pretty. Okay, so anyway, and I found out about this little bookstore because the lady I work with told me about a different audio. So I just use the library Libby app, but a different audio instead of using Audible, this other app that lets small businesses get your money if you're buying Audible books. So all of this, I have been on a small business kick crazy. Now is the part where I need to ask for your opinion if you're still around. I mentally am in the market for a steam mop. And I want it to also have attachments because I want the extras of like getting crevices, not just doing my floor. I do have laminate. I have been researching these. I found 2 people that recommended a couple, and they're just the mop, scrubber mop, not with the attachments. So I don't know, maybe it's a 2-part thing, but anyway, if you have any opinions or recommendations, please, you can leave it in the comments, or you can send me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com because I need that. I have been taking my dogs on a walk on a more frequent matter again. We got past that Arctic blast, and that is something that I do. So exercising my brain, my body. I joined Planet Fitness because I found out from one of my friends the extras that you get at Planet Fitness. I had no clue. Opie, come here. So there's those changes. So you're going to see additional changes in me. I am clearly rambling, but I will not end a video without talking about my grandkids. So I've had less time with my grandkids this last week. They, their dad went to second shift, so we're all figuring out a new routine and new schedule. I don't stop and see them every day because that is when they're saying goodbye to their dad, and they're in this whole new nap routine. They're figuring out library times, and my daughter going to work out, and my son running, and it's just the time of life that we're all in. But I miss them bad, but I'm telling you, the joy they have on their face when all of a sudden they do see me, I was like, oh, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like the program thing. So like, yeah, Nana's coming by every day at this time. I don't know, it's different. So I loved it. The schedules are working. We're doing things. We're going to figure it out because you know how much importance they are. So FaceTiming still, doing the things so they're at least in connection with me on a daily basis. Also, to wrap up what we did this weekend, Colton's birthday was this last week. He turned 25. We took him out for a dinner on Saturday night, and that was chaotic because the place he wanted to go had an 1.5 hour wait. So we went to the next one. Then when they told me on the phone 30 minutes, when we got there, 1 hour and 20-minute wait. We ended up with the Third Strike, which was my husband's favorite restaurant. And we were like, for reals? Try again. That's all we can do. So next time. All right, now I truly am rambling, and I love you guys so much. Thank you always for supporting me being here. Look for changes on this channel as I continue to go forward, because as I approach retirement, I have my brain set to come visit you more often. I love this community. I'm going to get back to my dog walks where I record and do little like voiceovers of motivational or topics, and look for lives for me once I retire. I have got the cameras. I just got to figure out the system and how to make that work, the setup. But I do want to come on live to where we can chit chat. You can watch me stitch and do the things. I'm probably not going to add that plate on my plate until the end of the year when I've retired and have more time. Opie is telling me I got to go, so we're getting out of here. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. So please keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.